recording?
No, seriously. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Okay, we actually, and this can be hard for me because I'm like a mover, right? Okay, we're really requiring this year because we're changing up some of this stuff. And so we're recording it, the training session part at the beginning, because anyone who's not here has to come in on Monday at 2 p.m. or they have to come in at 6:45 a.m. on Tuesday, okay? So if you have friends that are supposed to be here, and they don't know that, you want to tell them because we're not letting anyone serve unless they've heard this. Okay? So just make sure that they are fully aware that we have changed some things, and so I want to be clear on what we're doing. And so as you guys are eating, I want you to make sure in a little bit we're going to call your name off. And if you haven't filled out the application to serve, I'm going to open my laptop and give you guys an opportunity to do that. So if I go through the list, and I haven't called your name, then that means you haven't filled the form out, or we don't have it, and so I'm going to need you to fill that out first, okay, before you're allowed to serve. We're really trying to just tighten up some parameters of who can serve, which is why we instituted the interview process a couple years ago. We've done that, continued with that as well. So some of you guys have been interviewed because you're new to the program, you don't serve on the weekends. There's some criteria that we have broken down, so that's why you had to meet with me. And also, I just like to get to know people's faces that are going to be with our kids, because the kids are really important, right? Like, that's why we're here, is because we want them to hear about Jesus. That is the most important thing, is that they hear who Jesus is, and that they are important. And so I want you guys to remember that throughout the week, it is fun, but you also have to remember that their best interest is at heart. Okay? We want the best interest for the kids that are here. And so I just want you guys to know that there is going to be expectations of you. Okay? And I don't want to have a conversation with anybody. Alright? That's not a fun conversation. So, getting started with that is that I want to talk you guys through some policies that we have within our children's ministry area. And some of you guys aren't aware of these, but I want you guys to know them. And so when we're doing the camp, then you know them, all right? So the first policy is, people always ask about bathrooms, right? What do we do with the bathroom policy? What do we do with kids, with bathroom, with going to the bathroom break, all those things? This is what I want you to do, all right? One is that when we do bathroom breaks, the kids are old enough to handle that themselves, okay? They're elementary school age kids, they can handle it themselves, all right? What I want you to do is I want you to, as the leader, I want one of you to walk into the bathroom and see who's in there, okay? And come out, and then send the kids in, okay? Send them in by themselves. The only time that you want to be that you go in is, one, you grab someone else with you, and two, the only time you do that is if someone's taking exponentially long, okay? If they are doing something silly in the bathroom, that's a conversation that Ryan and I can have with them and say, this is not appropriate behavior. I don't want you guys to be put in a situation, because this is for your protection too, is I don't want you to be put in a situation in the bathroom, okay? So just make sure that if you are in the bathroom, you are with someone else, okay, another camp counselor, and that you just check the bathroom and see who's in and then come back out. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay? They can handle the bathroom on their own. They should be mature enough to do that. If they aren't, I can have that conversation. I have no problem with having that conversation. Okay? Next thing is that we're all representing Christ here. Every single one of us are representing Christ. We are teaching the kids about Jesus. And so I want you guys to use kind words. All right? There shouldn't be any words that are inappropriate that I should have to call anybody out on. All right? Use kind words. And you guys know what those are. I shouldn't have to spell that out. We all know that. I want you to use kind words to the kids and have the most patience that you can possibly have. All right, it is a tiring week, and I get that, but just have patience. Okay, so one of the common questions, what if I have a runner? I know there was a group of girls that had several runners last year. There was a couple of boy groups that had some runners. This is what I want you to do. Let them run, okay? Let them run. I want you to follow them, Okay, so one of you guys are in a group of more than one. I want one of you to follow them. And then, as you're doing that, I want you to grab the nearest adult that you have, that you can see, okay? So I'm going to have some people stand up in this space, and so you will recognize their faces, and so you can grab them, okay? So we have Brant Stark sitting over here to my right, okay? He is someone that you guys can talk to, okay? If you have someone who's a runner, he'll be here in the afternoons, so feel free. We have two people sitting right here. Cole and Hunter, and then there should be some others mixed in. If you're going in, right over here. Okay? You, Hope and Joy, those are people that you guys have that you can talk to. The interns that I introduced before, you can talk to them. You, me, or Ryan, if we're in that space, you can talk to them. What you don't want to do is you don't want to hold a child down. Okay? We don't want to grab them, we don't want to pull them down. We want to just let them run, and then we're going to find someone. Okay, but you follow them. So have someone in your group follow the person. A lot of times when kids do that, they just are having a hard time with adjusting to the environment they're in, and if they go to a different space, they're actually really good. Okay, so make sure that if they're in a different space, then you can sometimes Play-Doh is awesome. We have kinetic sand that is awesome. We have all sorts of things because sometimes it's sensory problems, and so we just need to get them into a different space, and that's okay. There's also a lady that's going to be joining us this week. Her name is Christy Slay, and I'll make sure she comes up in the mornings. She is a special education teacher, and she's going to join us for the entire week. So if any of you guys have children that are having a hard time, she is completely available for that. Okay, so she's going to be here all week, all day. Okay, so feel free to do that and take advantage of her in that process. Okay, so she'll be here and she'll be around because some of you guys do have kids with special needs. And I'm going to talk you through that and the process for that, but she is going to be here for them. That is her role this week, okay? So don't grab kids, let them run. It's okay, all right? Here's some things. You guys are going to get a list. On Tuesday morning, you are going to find out your group, all right? You will find out your color today. You will find out your kid group on Tuesday morning, all right? You are going to get a certain amount of kids that you are responsible for. You're responsible for them getting from one place to another. Count kids, okay? Count them. So if you are in the worship center and you count your kids, and then we're headed to the Expedition Landing down here, count them there. So we're always knowing where kids are, okay? You will have a list. Make sure. Oh no, I died! I died! Okay, can you guys hear me? Yeah. All right, this will just prep me for the week that I'm yelling, okay? You are going to count them every area you go to, okay? Every single area you go to, you are going to be counting your children. And then this is something that is so important. And you guys probably even remember this from being young. But when someone knows your name, that adds value, okay? So it's really, when you get those kids, I want you to be excited to see them in the morning. I want you to high-five them. I want you to give a fist bump, whatever it is, and I want you to say their name. So if it is, I see Alexis Fredrickson back there, and if she was a first grader and she walked in here, I'd be, hey, Alexis, I am so happy to meet you, all right? So that is what you want to do every morning. And I am telling you, you cannot say it enough. You can never say that enough. Okay, so my name's kind of weird, right? Okay, it's Keelan. It's very odd. I had a teacher in 8th grade that it took her the entire first semester to learn my name. I saw her every day. She was my math teacher. I saw her every single day. And she could never get my name right. We come back from Christmas break, and the very first day from Christmas break, she walks in, and she does roll call, and she says my name. She says my name right, and everybody in the room stood up and clapped. Okay? But here's the thing. In my mind, I was like, she took Christmas break to figure out my name. Right? Like, there is just something that is important about knowing kids' names, okay? So make sure you have your list, and you just go through each and every one of them, and you do it each and every day. Okay, that is so important. So learn their names, get to know them, and that is something that helps on Thursday when we are sharing the gospel. All right, relationships help that process. They help that transfer. When we share the gospel, this person who cares about me is sharing this with me. And that is the most important relationship they have, and I want to know about him too. All right, so I just want to make sure that you guys have that clear. Get to know those kids. This is about them. This week, you guys, this is how awesome. You guys are so special to me. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because you are, thank you. I was waiting for someone to say, why? Yes! Casey, hit it. All right. Here's why. Because you guys are giving up a week to be disciples of children. All right? That's what you're doing. This is what God calls us to do. Go therefore, make disciples of all nations. And you guys have an excellent opportunity. Excellent opportunity. We are going to have 517 children here this week. Okay? 517 children that you guys, God has entrusted you with. Okay? God has entrusted us with. This is an awesome opportunity for you guys to bring the good news to them. All right? Jesus is the most important relationship I have in my life. And I want those kids to know who he is. And that's for you guys. Ryan and I are going to get up and teach. But let me tell you something, is most kids learn through relationships. I'm going to get up and we're going to share some stories each day, and we're going to present the gospel to them. But you guys get to sit down with small group questions and sit down with them and have community and tell them about Jesus. And you know what? Then you get to spend the rest of the day having fun with them. How impactful is that? That's huge. You're spending that time getting to know them and bond and have fun, and then you're giving them an important relationship in your life. And so I love you guys for that. I think that is awesome. That is great. You're giving up your week. You could be doing whatever, right? You could sleep in and play vids, I don't know. But anyways, you're here. You're here. Ryan's laughing at me. He's not laughing with me, he's laughing at me, okay? Thank you. I think my son is with you. I'm laughing at him. So, that's okay. He's used to his mother. Okay, all right. The next thing, too, is I want to talk to you guys about is you guys know good touch, bad touch, but I have to talk to you about it because that's my requirement, okay? Do not touch a child below the belt, okay? At all. Don't do it. Whether you're playing or not, just don't do it, okay? I don't want to have tough conversations. Okay? Don't be alone with a kid. Don't put yourself in that position. Don't do that at all. All right? Stay as a group. If you have a child who's a runner and you're chasing them, grab someone along with you. Take them with you. Don't put yourself in any position. Okay? And I do that for your guys' protection. All right? I want to protect you. And so I want to tell you guys, because sometimes we just don't understand, like you're just having fun. And so I just want you guys to know that don't put yourself in a situation one-on-one, ever. Okay? Make sure you have someone with you at all times. Okay? Grab someone with you. Make sure it's not a one-on-one situation. We do have cameras in every space. All right, but just for your protection, it doesn't have video recording, it doesn't have that stuff, and so I just want to make sure for your protection, just don't do it. It's not wise. And so make sure you're always having someone with you. All right? Okay. You guys might think this is a silly conversation that I'm about to have with you, but I really, really, really have to have it, and I want you guys to make sure you are listening. We are talking about Christmas this week, okay? It's fun. It's a fun story. I love Christmas. I think the band is happy that I didn't make them do every song Christmas. I would have, but people talking about it. No, I love Christmas season. Here's the thing. Santa is going to come up, okay? In your group, you are going to sit down, you are going to have small group, and Santa is going to come up because we're talking about Christmas. But this is what I want you guys to do, all right, with Santa. Because there are some families that don't do Santa, right? And we want to respect that. There are some families that do. You are going to have children that believe in Santa. You are going to have children that don't, okay? So, this is what I want you to do in a given situation. One, redirect the conversation, okay? Swing it back around to talking about what you're doing with the small group, so kind of just ignore it. If it keeps happening, what I want you to do is I want you to talk about, I don't want you to go into whether Santa is real or not, okay? Don't put yourself in that boat, because it's going to happen because we're talking about Christmas. And we want to respect both families. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, all families have different traditions. All right? Every family has different traditions, and that's okay. And then I want you to keep redirecting the conversation. All right? That's what you want to do in those situations, because I don't want to be, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news at camp for some sweet first grader who still has the joy of Christmas and doing Santa with their family. But then I also don't want to have, with families that don't do Santa, we don't want to upset them either, okay? So redirect the conversation. Don't get into an argument with a first grader. Don't do that. Don't let that happen, okay? We're going to constantly redirect back, because I promise you it is going to come up because we're talking about Christmas. All right, that always comes up. It comes up here on the mountain on the weekends, every single Christmas season, okay? So it will happen. Just redirect conversation. Kids really usually adjust to that, so don't do it, okay? Don't encourage either way. Okay. So, did everyone understand that? Okay. Do you guys still believe in Santa, or did I just I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Did I just crush everybody in this face? Hunter's up here crying. That's my total goal, right? What? I'm sorry, Ashton. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk through the week. All right. So you guys are going to run on Tuesday at 7:45 in the morning. Yay! All right. What time are you going to be here? 7:45. Okay. So here's the thing. I want you in the building, in the loft, at 7:45. Okay. So that means you're going to have to park your car or be dropped off earlier than that. Okay? So I want you in the building and up in the loft at 7:45. On Tuesday morning, you guys are going to get a list of your children. Okay? The children that you have for small group, the children that you make sure you do, if they need to go to the bathroom, that type of stuff, the children that you are going to build a relationship with. Okay? That is the children that you guys are going to be with the whole week. All right? There's more than one of you in every group, so don't worry. So you'll get that on Tuesday. Then we will have a training right after that. If you guys have served before, you're used to that, right? You're used to that. So we have a training, and I talk you through what is going to happen that day. And we also will have a schedule for you. However, we have some awesome interns this year, and they've already done your guys' schedules. They were on top of it this year, so they did a great job. So schedules are pretty much done, but you'll get that Tuesday morning, and it will tell you exactly where you need to go. Okay, so we will go out to the parking lot like we did last year. We will have games and activities out there for you to greet your kids and all those things. And then we will come back in, and you will walk to the worship center. We will have seats, and this is the thing. We have counted seats for all for the kids. Okay, you will have specific row and a specific row for your kids to sit in each time you go into the worship center. And it goes first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay. So every single day when you bring your kids into the worship center, you will know exactly where to go. And every single day when parents come, they know exactly where to get their kids at. Okay, so stay there. That is exactly where we want you to be. Now, can they shift around within that row? Yes. But I just want parents to know exactly where to get their kids. And if a child needs to leave early, or a child needs medication, or a child needs checked out for any reason, or if a child shows up late, we know exactly where to go. All right, so seats have been counted, and we're going to label those seats, and that's where you go. So we'll go to the worship center. We will have worship. We will do the skit, which, okay guys, Ryan and Cody and Ben and Brent Baker, they have spent a ton of time putting together an awesome skit. All right, it is going to be great. It'll be awesome. And so they have spent a lot of time, and so that'll be fun. Then after the skit, if you have a 1st through 4th grader, they're going to go to their activity time. All right? At that time, art will be down here. All right? So if they are going to art, this is where they will be. If they are going to sports, they are going to meet Trevor in the gym. Okay? You'll meet Trevor Pogue in the gym, and he will send you onto your rotations. And if you are a 3rd or 4th grade sports leader, you are actually going to start out with Hunter and Chase. There's Hunter. And the expedition landing. Okay? Because 3rd through 6th grade are going to rotate, and they're going to be able to do some creek walking this year, and do some trails, and do things like that. So the 3rd through 6th grade will be doing that. But they're also going to rotate through some sports and game stuff too. So make sure you pay attention to the schedule for your children. Okay? Alright. So they'll be broken up at that time. 5th and 6th grade, right after the skit, you guys will stay, and Ryan will be teaching you. Alright? So Ryan's going to be teaching the 5th and 6th grade each day. We are going to walk through the Christmas story. And so we are going to talk about, Ryan, help me if I forget, Mary, 1st day, Joseph, the 2nd day. We're going to talk about Jesus and the gospel on that Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to talk about the wise men. And we're going to talk about what that looks like for obedience and what we're supposed to do as Christians in obeying what God says. And sometimes obedience is doing things even when we don't know and understand what's happening. Right? And so that's kind of going to be the progression of the lessons. And the skit is going to kind of follow that same theme line. All right? I am really excited about this skit. I just am. Okay. And so, and then if you're a 1st through 4th grade, you're going to go into teaching, and I will be in there to teach at 11 o'clock. Okay? So, depending on your group grade, you'll get split up, but you will have a schedule, and if you follow the schedule and do exactly what it says, you'll be good. All right? There will be you'll know exactly what to do. You have all sorts of people, though, that can be around to help get you where you need to be, though. Okay? So that is what the morning looks like. So then we will have lunch. If you're a 5th or 6th grade camp counselor, you'll be in the expedition landing for lunch down here. If you are a 1st through 4th grade camp counselor, you will be up in the campgrounds for lunch. All right? There are 517 kids. There is 187 of you. There is no way that we can put all of those people in the campgrounds and it be productive. All right? Just does not work that way. And so we're splitting you guys up. Debbie will be cooking lunch. She, of course, yes, right? She, of course, will have like the best. She's doing macaroni and cheese and smokies. Yes. I think she's having a taco bar one day, and then she's gonna do stuffed sandwiches. It's gonna be great. So you know Debbie's cooking. She does it every year. She'll do great. So you guys will get. This is what I want to be very clear on. We always dismiss upperclassmen to go eat first. Okay? I want everybody in this room to honor that. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna be a senior now. So you honor that, okay? Because guess what? When you're a senior, you're gonna do that. Alright? I'm going to be the mean person if I see you guys going before I dismissed you, then I'm gonna be like, you have to wait till everybody's done. Okay? Even our staff. Okay, you're gonna go behind everybody. Alright? Let's let people that have served and given their time, we're gonna honor them in that way. Alright? So they gotta eat lunch first, and then don't worry, everyone gets to eat, nobody's gonna starve, it's just you're at the back end. Okay? Alright, after lunch is over, we have 4 different things that are gonna happen on the different days. Okay, so Tuesday, we are going to have bounce houses outside. Alright, so bounce houses will be outside. That is what we'll be enjoying the time outdoors. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Otherwise, we'll come into campgrounds. But we'll go outside and we will have fun with the kids that afternoon. We'll come back in. We'll finish with some silly stage game that Tim will have prepared for every single one of you to enjoy. By the way, he might ask you if you want to participate in the stage game, because the stage games are for the counselors, right? You guys participate. You guys remember that last year? Okay? He will always tell you what it is, and he will always give you an option. Okay? So you don't have to participate, and he will tell you what you're doing. He's very kind in that way. However, if you participate, it's helping your team out. Okay? Help your team. No, okay. We will do a stage game. We will go over the memory verse. We will do worship, and then the kids will go home. Okay? Then you guys will come back up to exposition landing, and we will do the clothespin game. If you don't know the clothespin game, there is a girl clothespin that the girls pass around. There is a boys clothespin that the boys pass around. And the key is you don't want to be caught giving the clothespin to the next person, because then you don't give it away. And then the interns are going to come up with whatever you guys have to do. Okay? So, I
want the clothespin, trust us.
So I don't get to be part of that, so don't ask me what it is. I let them figure that out, and it's always something fun. Alright? No, it's not?
No, it's not.
What?
Last year, kids had to eat like mustard and half and half.
Mustard and what?
Half
Half and half. It's fun for onlookers. I don't have to participate. I don't have anything done to me. It's fun for me. Okay, so, alright, and so we'll do the clothespin game, and then you'll be dismissed. Friday, we will have Buffalo Wild Wings afterwards. Alright? So, and have fun with that. But anyways, each afternoon there's something different. Tuesday is bounce houses. Wednesday is a petting zoo. I'm not joking. It really is. Thursday is field games, and Friday is another bounce house type thing, but it's not bounce houses. Ultimate Bounce is going to come set some other fun game things that they have. So that'll be the different afternoons. I just want to make sure, I want you guys to listen for a minute here, all right? And then I promise I won't talk forever. I get sick of my own voice, don't worry. Okay,
That was the best. Do you guys cut out water day?
yes.
No.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, yes, the amount of children and the amount of you and water do not go. Okay, that's fine. We will do creek walking, they will do stuff like that, but yeah, we're not going to do water day this year. We're going to do bounce houses and stuff like that. Instead, snow cones will be still on Thursday. So we'll still have snow cones. Yes. With 2 trucks, so it won't take 10 hours for you to get through. It'll just take 2 hours. About 10. No. So snow cones will still be coming. We'll have all those things. But we added the petting zoo. Or the camel. And our camel. I'm so excited. Christmas story and camels. Okay? That's a lie. Okay. But here's what I want to hear you guys. I want to tell you guys. Alright? You guys get the benefit of participating. Alright? You have the benefit of participating and enjoying this with the campers. Right? This is not a hangout for you. This is not a hangout. Alright? I don't want to see this. Alright? Put them away. Don't get them out. There's no reason for you to be on your phone at all. We got phones here if you need to contact a parent. I don't want phones out. Okay? And I don't want to have to be the person that's like, give me your phone. I just want you guys to respect that we're saying no phones. Don't get your phone out. Don't take a picture of campers. The worst feeling of a parent is seeing your child's picture on a Facebook post that you did not say it was okay for. All right? So don't take pictures. Enjoy the time. Enjoy the experience. All right? There's no reason for phones to be out. It is just from 8 to 3:30. Okay? There's no reason for that at all. So I don't want you guys to do that. Please enjoy the camp. Be here for the campers. Because this is what I want to tell you. There's been studies about phones, and when you are in a room of kids and you are looking at your phone, it does not matter what you're looking at. They do not feel value. That's a lot. Like this is on the weekend. I get texts that from people, and some of you guys in here, I get text saying, "Hey, I can't be there." I usually am never in a classroom with children. I actually usually remove myself from the space, look at it, and then go back in. Because this instantly says, I am not significant enough and you don't value time with me. All right? And so I don't want phones out at all. And I don't want to have to be the person that takes a phone because you guys are in 8th grade through seniors, and I shouldn't have to have that conversation. Okay? I want, and the interns they are free to tell you guys to put your phones away. Every person in this space is free up to do that. Okay? And then I want to talk through some expectations. All right? I'm going to finish up with some hardcore Keelan, which I'm usually not hardcore. Okay, here's the thing. All right, I am actually a very flexible person, unless you talk to my child. Okay, then he'd be like, what? My mom. I'm doing that because he's in the room. Okay, so, be with the kids. And this is what I'm going to free you guys up to do, and I want everyone to hear me. I am freeing you guys up that if you see something wrong, that you call someone out on that. If you see someone in your group on the phone, I don't want you to be freed up to be like, what are you doing? Get off your phone. Then I want you to be freed up to contact any other adult in this space and say, I saw this. Okay? If you see any inappropriate behavior, if you see someone not talking kind to kids, if you see someone doing something they should not be doing, I want to free each and every, I trust you guys, right? That's why you're in this space. I want to free you up to call them out. Because one thing is I think peers sometimes do a better job than me at that. Did you guys see it? Okay? So I'm freeing everyone up in this space to call each other out. And then if it's not getting handled well, I want you to feel free enough to come to me and say, this is what's happening in my group. And then I will take care of it. Okay? is sometimes I feel like we don't feel free enough to say things to each other. And actually, accountability is huge. I work with people every single day that we get to the joy of doing ministry together. And I want them to come to me and say, I am seeing this in you, and this doesn't seem very Christ-like. And for us to have that conversation. And our family ministry team here at the church, that's what we are. Is we are freed up to have conversations with each other. And that's what I want you guys to have too. I want you to be freed up to say, hey, you probably shouldn't have done that. And handle it with dignity and grace and respect for each other. Right? Not yelling, but respectfully. You can do that. You can do that. But I also want you to feel good about coming to me. I listen all the time. Ryan, you can come to Ryan and you can talk to him. He's an awesome listener. Any of those interns, any of our college students, anybody is available for you guys. Be free up to say something. You're there, I'm not, right? In fact, I'm everywhere. So I want you guys to feel good about that, right? Feel good about that because we want everyone to be here because of Jesus. It ultimately isn't even for the children, right? It's for him. It's for his kingdom, and that's what I want it to be. I want this to be a safe and loving place for all of us to share his name. That is the most important thing this week. I don't even care about a petting zoo. I want Jesus' name to be praised, right? This is about him and his kingdom. And I want that to be what every single child lives with. That this is a loving place for them. All right. I'm going to open it up. Do you guys have any questions? Huh? Theme days. Yes. I can tell you the theme days. The first day is obviously Teacher Day. Okay? The second day is Wacky Sock Hair Day. The third day will be Christmas Color Days. All right. Yes. And the fourth day will be Team Day.
Yeah.
Yes. So Jayhawks. We are a team divided, Ryan. Jayhawk and Wildcat. Oh, we have a Cornhusker here. I'm sorry. Cole. Yes, come on.
How many Christmas in July jokes can I make before I get kicked out?
One? They say one. Any other questions from you guys? Yes.
Can we still use our phone to check the time though?
No. Don't need to check time. I will tell you when to go. Just leave your phones away. Okay? 4. Oh, okay. You will be meeting. So you guys know where the Family Ministry Building lobby is, right? You are going to be meeting kids in that east lot. Okay? So drop off. This is what I want you guys to know is that drop off is going to be across the atrium door where those doors are, those main entrance doors. That's where parents are going to be dropping kids off. You guys are going to be on the side where you would exit the Family Ministry Building by the playground. Right by the playground. Okay, so that's where you will have your kids. We will have cones with your grade, and you're going to put them out. And what I would like is first grade to be the closest to the building. Okay, so we'll go first, second, third, fourth, and then fifth, or fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay? Yes.
Okay, so I know that we get to the church at 7:45.
Yes.
That's when we're supposed to be here. But how late are we supposed to stay? So like, what time are we supposed to be picked up?
Gotcha. Okay, so 7:45 we need to be here, and you should be done by 3:30. The only day that you're not done by 3:30 is on Friday because we have we do Buffalo Wild Wings, and we kind of help facilities get stuff back in place. And so Friday's the only day, but by that day, you should be done by 4:30. Okay, so every other day you are done by 3:30.
So does this mean no piggyback rides?
Yes. Yes. All right. They can walk. They can walk. And this is what I want to tell you. The reason that is because some people do like it, some people don't. And so what I want you guys to say is, hey, Keelan said we can't do that. You blame me. Okay? Blame me. I don't mind being a bad guy. It's okay to say, hey, yeah, no. You can walk. You're good. Stay with them and find the nearest adult. There's going to be adults everywhere. Okay? Yes. Don't leave any children. Okay? Don't leave them. Anything else?
Are we going to do putt series?
No. 500 children. No. This is the most kids we've ever had. Okay? It's awesome. Yes. Yes. God isn't entrusting us with a lot of children, but I also want to make sure that we have things in place for that as well. Okay? So, anyways, yes, sir? Lunch boxes. Thank you, Cole. This is great. Okay, lunch boxes. There is going to be, the kids when they come in the morning, they're going to leave their lunch boxes by the worship center. There's going to be their different bins. What I want you guys to do is when you are done with your activity, so that activity time in the morning when we break for lunch at 11:30, I want some of you guys to take the kids back to where they go, so like Expedition Landing or the campgrounds, and then I want some of you to stay there, and I want some other of you in the group to go get the lunch boxes and bring them back. But this is what I also want, is I don't want anybody to have to do that each day. So I want you guys, there's 4 days, rotate the days, okay? Then at the end of the day, so at the end of the lunch, I want you to make sure that all the lunch boxes get put back in the bins, and then I want you guys some of you guys to take them back to over by the worship center, okay? So that's what we'll do with lunches. Yes?
What about peanut allergies?
Peanut allergies. So I sent out an email to all the parents. We do have people with peanut allergies. And so what I asked them is to not have anything with peanut butter in it. If you get kids that have peanut butter in their lunches, what I want you to do is I want you to have them eat their lunch over in the family ministry lobby. Okay? Don't let them, because we do have a child that had, like, if they even like just encounter the oils, that they'll have medical issues. Okay, so make sure. EpiPen, this is something, nurse, okay? The nurse will be located where the nursery is. So that's where the nursery is. And so if you have kids that bring medications, or if you have kids that have EpiPens, any of that stuff, take it to the nurse at the nursery, okay? If you have kids that fall down and need an ice pack, go there, all right? If they need Band-Aids, Neosporin, all those things. You also have some Benadryl in case we do have an issue with an allergy, but that will be there. So any type of nurse type things, go there. Yes, Stuart?
So if you have a kid with like medical need,
Uh-huh.
they need an ice pack, is it okay for a counselor to walk in for
Yes, yes. Yeah, stuff like that, you can. If you're going to and from, you can be one-on-one. Don't say it in one place, in a room with a closed door. Alright? But if you're going back and forth, there doesn't need both of you. Like a lot of times kids will go to the bathroom, walk them back and forth, that's fine. But just don't sit one-on-one, okay? Water stations will be outside, and we're going to ask that some of you help us with that. Alright, so there'll be a rotation of that. We'll have cups and water coolers and those type of things, and we'll get those out, and those will be outside each day. Okay, if you're driving, this is like great right here. If you are driving, All right, if you're driving here, I want you to park across the street. All right, so if you're coming in and you're driving, park across the street. If you have parents that are helping, I think they know that, but I'll be sending out an email as well. So just park across the streets. Yes, okay, getting kids to the right parent. This is what I need you guys to hear too. When there are going to be friends, parents that pick up kids. This is what I want you. They need to have a note. All right, they need to have a note that says so and so can take the child home, and then they need to have a driver's license. Okay, so just check it quickly. Don't act like it's a big deal, but that's what we're going to because there are 500 kids. I don't know them. All right, I probably know, when I look at the list, I know about half of the kids. Okay, so we want to make sure that they get home with the right person. And so if they're leaving with a friend, then you need to check and make sure that they have a note and a driver's license. If they don't, they have to wait, and they're not going to like this. They have to wait for me or Ronnie. Those are the two people that can release people. All right. We want to make sure everyone gets sent home with the right people. Any other questions? Great. Do we have lists? Ryan, do you have anything? Do you want to say? Okay. He's probably like, you talked too long already.
Yes. So grab shirts and then I will call names and then they'll just give me